What's up, you guys? Welcome to Lunch Break Chronicles. Yes, we have another Lunch Break Chronicles today. It's really nothing to talk about. I just wanted to come and say hey. Hey, y'all. Hey. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for stopping by. I just felt like I needed to put something out and just talk about some stuff. I don't know. So I did watch the third installment of Baddies, and that was a disaster. That was a hot-ass mess. Them girls was fighting for no reason, carrying on crazy. You see Spice's face, and then they gonna say that them girls was twerking and it smelled like fish. It was all kind of craziness going on. I was just like, this is ridiculous, and this is embarrassing. And these girls, y'all are not embarrassed. You are not embarrassed. You should be, because it's embarrassing. And the crazy thing is, and what I did want to say was, I don't understand why these girls get up here and come to this show for the baddies, and none of these girls who show up on there that's doing all that fighting and carrying on and hoopla and this and that, none of them get picked. I feel like y'all should just boycott that audition for the casting and don't show up, because none of y'all get picked anyway. They already have the cast pre-picked out. So why even show up and do all of those shenanigans and have a fight and listen to what these fools say and show your boobs and throw money and all of that stuff? Do all of that stuff for what? Y'all not getting picked. It's a waste to show up there and be seen on TV acting a fool and carrying on. I think the only people that got picked out of that casting was Diamond. I think the two twins showed up, but they didn't really get to do nothing because those other girls, they already fighting. Who else that showed up? That's it. Everybody else from the cast from Baddies East. It's a waste of time. Drop down in the comments and let me know if y'all think that people should waste their time and go to these castings. I don't think they should. Anyway, let's move on. So I did see that I'm gonna post up here that Joann's, my favorite fabric store, is filed for bankruptcy. I'm so upset. I get all my crafts and stuff from there. All the yarn, everything I get from there. My little some nail embellishments I get from there. I'm a little bit upset. Child, y'all gotta forgive me. Today I'm super tired. I started back working out. I had a long day yesterday. I didn't really work out yesterday, but I started back running, and my feet is hurting like crazy, so my body is getting adjusted to the fact that I am running again. So y'all gotta forgive me. I'm a little bit tired. I don't have a lot of energy, but anyway, yeah, my favorite craft store is closing down. Child, is closing down, filing for bankruptcy. So hopefully it don't close down, or don't close down a bunch of stores, and I can get my crafts from there, because I love going to Joann's. Y'all drop down in the comments, let me know if y'all crafty like me, and y'all be going to Joann's and be shopping and getting all your craft stuff from there. I used to get my fabric from there, because I reupholstered some of the chairs in my house, like all kind of stuff. So that was near dear to my heart. So I felt like I needed to come here and talk to y'all about it, because I feel sad. So let's move on to a different story. So apparently the Mississippi Goon Police Squad, they are finally getting sentenced for torturing those two black men in that barn that time. Everybody tried to say that these dudes was lying, that never happened and stuff like that, but there was 6 of them. I'll show the picture up here somewhere. But yeah, they finally starting to get sentenced, which they should get sentenced, because there's a lot more. There's many a times that I used to drive at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning to go out to get to work, and in like church parking lots, I would see like a whole group of cop cars, and they would just be sitting there having a discussion. What they talking about at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning? What they talking about? Anyway, so they finally getting sentenced, which is good. And I hope they don't give them a slap on the wrist, because they literally tortured that guy. So let's move on to another story. Drop that in the comments and let me know y'all thoughts about that goon squad. Let me know if y'all see them out in your neighborhoods and your areas and stuff. Because I see them all the time. I used to see them all the time, especially where I live out here. I used to see them all the time in little churches gathering. They even one by my house, across the street from my house. There's a church, and early in the mid mornings when nobody's up and about, I see them in there gathered talking or whatever. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think, because you know they form these little committees, and I'm sure they call the Goon Squad for a reason. If you get my drift, but that's neither here nor there. So let's move on to the next story. So I'm gonna post this video, child, of this senator running over this person who was trying to stop his vehicle because he had already gotten into an accident and he was trying to leave the scene of the accident, like flee the scene of the accident, and the guy was trying to stop him. Why homeboy just ran the man over? Child, I'm gonna play the video and I'm gonna come back and we're gonna discuss it. So now that y'all seen the video, what y'all think gonna happen to the senator? I don't think anything's gonna happen to him, because they probably gonna try to use diplomatic immunity or some crap, even though they probably from here. I don't know. I just feel like they be feeling like they could get away with anything. They're gonna do anything, and I don't think nothing could happen to them. So we'll see, because we ain't gonna hear nothing about this story again. Probably not. But I'm gonna look and I'm gonna see and what I can find and see if I see anything else about this story. But what y'all think about that? The fact that he just kept going and ran that man right on over, ran his legs right on over, and nobody else stopped him. Child, let's move on. So apparently we have lost a baby, another baby, this 11-year-old boy who was trying to help his mother. He was unalived from her boyfriend, the mother's boyfriend. Now, the mother was clearly in an abusive relationship with this man. She was pregnant. The little boy, I guess he came and was abusing the lady. He jumped in, tried to help her out, and the man, unalived him. I don't understand what's happening. Like, I don't understand why you would not just, like, push the kid down. He's a kid. At the end of the day, he's still a kid. Why would you even attack the lady in the first place? Like, why? And she's pregnant. Why would you allow it to get to this point? I think I was hearing that he was released from prison recently or whatever, and he had came back and she was pregnant. I'm not getting a full story, but I'm just like, at the end of the day, a kid is still a kid. Like, why would you even still continue to attack knowing that there's a kid there? And I just don't understand people. I don't understand what's going on in this world. I feel like I was on the phone with my sister the other day, and I felt like I was just like, child, we living in Sodom and Gomorrah times or something, because there's no way that like all of this stuff is going on. And there's like, I got all this week, I got stories on like a bunch of unalivings, like left and right, up and down my timeline. And I was kind of hesitant to do a video this week because of that fact, and a lot of the stories in today's video is going to be about unaliving, which is so weird, because my next story is about a lady. She was selling her baby, and I'm just like, an 18-month-old? How you sell an 18-month-old? What's the matter with people nowadays? Like, what's going on with people? Like, if you read the news up and down, like, it's chaos and chaotic things happening left and right. And I don't understand what's happening with people. Like, morals is going out the door. All kind of things is happening in this world. Like, what is going on? Yeah, we all here for the news, but what's happening? Like, what is driving people to commit these crazy acts? The kid was 11 years old. You knew he was a kid. Why would you continue with that act? Even to assault the mother. Why would you continue with that? And it's just sad. And then the lady who's selling her daughter, And now on my next story too, two twins in Brooklyn got unalived in a bodega because they refused a guy. It's advances. They refused a man's advances. Now this week alone, this is about the third or fourth story where there was a man assaulting a woman or in some shape or form or fashion because she refused his advances. Now these two twins, this is their first night out. They barely ever went out. They was 19 years old. They went out with family to party a little bit. They was hungry after the party, 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Go to this bodega in Brooklyn. These boys is in there acting stupid. The kid tried to talk to her. He pulls out a kitchen utensil, KNIFE, and then he proceeds to attack them, one after the other. And then one of the twins, she passed away from her, from whatever. Then the other twin got in her arm. And I'm just like, what possessed you that you can't take a no? You're like a kid and you can't understand no. Like, that's people being raised and they just can't take rejection. Like, what is happening that men nowadays, they can't take rejection? That women have to be on guard constantly and on guard. Like, I tell people no all the time. When men try to talk to me, I just be like, nah, I'm good, and I keep it pushing. But that's just me. I've been saying that. And if I'm not feeling you, I don't know you, I don't like you, I'm not standing there having a conversation with you, none of that stuff. I'm gonna keep it going about my business. But nowadays, you can't even do that without being accosted or assaulted or any of the form. Like, what's happening in the world that people can't even say, women can't even say no. There's so many attacks on women that it's really getting out of hand, to the point where you got to tell women, oh, just give them your number and then block them later. Like, why do we have to do that? Because you can't take rejection? Like, talk to your kids, like, talk to your sons and let them know, like, no, it's not the end of the world. If she don't like you, move on to the next one. The next one might like you. The next one might like you. But now you going to jail because you done unalived this girl and you attempted her sister. And with the laws that's passed nowadays, with a bunch of the judges that are going into the office nowadays, like when Trump got in and all of those judges were appointed they appointed like 160 something judges, 180 something judges. If you notice and you read the headlines, a lot of these people is getting 40 and 50 and 60 years for these petty little minimum crimes. That was set up by design. Do y'all think that they didn't do that on purpose? They set that up by design. They put those judges in because they knew they was going to have an assault on the world. And y'all are still falling into their trap. I was reading online the other day, a kid, 11-year-old kid, got charged and possibly could be sentenced to 40 years. 11 years old, 40 years, because he got charged as an adult because he had child PORN on his phone. And this was a good kid, from what I heard, it was a good kid. He did what he was supposed to do, straight A student, and because he had something on his phone, he's charged with an adult. He's 11. They doing it to a lot of people, a lot of kids. The little girl who got into a fight with the YT girl, and bashed her head into the ground. She's gonna be charged as an adult. And she was pleading like she didn't do anything. The girl wanted to fight her and all of this stuff. And I'm just like, y'all don't see what they doing? This is all slave labor all over again. It's happening all over again. And they're going to use the prison system to do it. That's why they appointed those judges. And y'all don't even understand. There's so many cases. Follow the news. Just pay attention. I'm just telling y'all now. Follow the news. Pay attention to these stories and pay attention to the sentencing that these judges are handing down to people left and right, left and right, left and right. Pay attention, because they're creating slave labor. They building jails and people are still doing right, but they building all of these jails. Who's gonna house them? Your children. So y'all need to have conversations with your kids, keep their butts out of trouble, and because they appoint those judges for no reason. They're not seeking certain things for no reason. It's deeper than what y'all think. And y'all got to do a little work to figure it out. Let's move on to the next story. So R. Kelly is suing or planning to sue because his commissary is being taken away to pay his victims. Child, what we gonna do? First of all, I know your labor in prison can be garnished for because you're a property of the state. You're like, when you go to jail, you are a property of the state. So whatever comes in or out of you, your labor, your kids, like all of that stuff, they're considered property of the state as well. So that's why they placed them into foster care and all that stuff. And that's why it's a crime for those correction officers to take those babies from the women, because they are property of the state. And they have a say over it. But I know your labor in prison is property, like the money you earn. That's why you earn like pennies on the hour, because you're a property of the state. So that money, can they do that? I need to look that up and see if they can do that. Take his commissary, which is people adding money to his account, if you don't know, in order for him to survive in jail, to buy stuff that he needs, like toiletries and snacks and cigarettes if you smoke, and like all kind of stuff. People put money on your books. That's what they call it sometimes. And you go collect that money in the store, and you could spend it in the store, and that's, and now the government, the prison is taking it, and they using it to pay back his victims. Comment down below and let me know if y'all think that's right. I have no say in it. I really don't know. I don't really care either way. But comment down below and let me know if y'all think that's right. Or comment down below if you think that should happen. He has no other way of paying his victims. I think he went broke or whatever, paying his lawyers and all that stuff. And he has no other ways of paying his victims. I think his victims should be compensated. That I think for absolute sure, that his victims should be compensated. But yeah, comment down below and let me know. I don't know. I don't even know if that's legal, but apparently it is if they're doing it. So I don't know. Comment down below and let me get your thoughts on it, because I'm not 100% sure if it's legal. But I do think that his victims should be compensated. And how they gonna get it? Sell your property, all your things, all your belongings, all your music rights. Like, pay the people. Pay the people. But y'all comment down below and let me know, because I could be off. I don't know. So let's get into the final story. And I think the last story is going to be the Jonathan Majors story. So Grace is suing Jonathan Majors now. And I think she can, because he has been convicted. So now she can sue him civilly. And I'm probably going to come with the same evidence. She's suing him for the same things, like defamation of character and assault and all that stuff like that. But I think now she's suing him civilly, which can... she can be compensated for that. She can get monetary compensation for that in a civil court. And probably that's what he gets. Do y'all think that relationship with him and Megan Good, where they are plastered all over the world looking stupid, making these stupid comments, do y'all think that this is just a publicity? And y'all think that... I think it's time for Megan Good to hit the road. I think she should book it. Then I think it's time for her to book it, because you looking bad, sis. You looking real bad staying by his side for a check. If it is publicity, you staying by his side for a check, and you look real crazy. Even your boyfriend, your ex-husband, the preacher, he done been seen with a new girl too. Child, what's happening here? I'm at a loss. I think she should. If he was saying all of this stuff to her and mentally and physically messing with her, I think that she should be able to sue him civilly and be compensated for it. That's mental abuse. Talking about he want him a Coretta Scott King or Coretta King, whatever. He didn't want her. He wanted somebody like Coretta. Child, weird. Just weird. I don't know. I just feel like I'm in a twilight zone at this point in time. I feel like I'm in a twilight zone right now in the world. As much as I kind of try to block out the world, and then I get online and see these headlines and all of this stuff like that, and I'm just like, what's happening here? Like, what's going on? Yeah, I think Jonathan Majors is actually, I think he's actually done. I don't think he's going to be cast for anything else. I think his career is over. I don't know why Megan Good is hanging on to his arm, trying to salvage something that is already unsalvageable. I don't think he's going to be hired for another acting gig no time soon. So what y'all think? Comment down below and let me know if y'all think that he still has a career to salvage, because I don't think it at all. I think this girl is going to be rewarded just like all these other people are rewarded, millions and compensated millions, so I think he's done. I think he's done. Let me know. Comment down below. Let me know if y'all think. Let me know if y'all think that R. Kelly should, his commentary should be used to pay his victims. Even though, and how much could it be that they put in his commentary that he's using it to pay his victims? And then, what y'all think about that twin story? I feel so bad that this is the first time out, and then she gonna be traumatized for the rest of her life, knowing that she lost her twin to something so crazy like this, and they never went outside. Like, she's gonna, on her birthday, she's gonna remember this for the rest of her life, that twin. And then the 11-year-old kid. What y'all think about that 11-year-old kid in that situation? And then the guy flee. And then the fact that women are getting attacked left and right by their significant others. What y'all think about that? Drop that in the comments. Let me know. Let's chit chat. I'll see you guys for the next one. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.